first line center get a penalty late in the last game, get a boarding, and certainly hurts, changes your chemistry when he's out. And one of our other top line guys just gone on a trip. It certainly changes how you play a little bit, but gives other guys a chance to step up and force some goals.
Yeah, and you had one of those guys, Tom Smith, there with a couple of goals tonight.
Yeah.
Has he been doing that all year for you?
Yeah, he's one of our seniors. He's one of our go-to guys. He's certainly, we expected him to have a very good season. We only have about 4 seniors on the lineup, and those guys are stepping up and playing well, and Tom certainly had a very good night tonight.
It's a nice, you got up on them early. You weren't giving them any scoring chances at all. I mean, they were really few and far between from what I could see. And then something changed in that third period there, and they got a couple.
I think just momentum. You know how that is. I've done this long enough to know that the team gets a goal, and all of a sudden they got momentum. And we talked about really after the second period, both teams played pretty well defensively all the way through. We got more shots, but they didn't give us a lot of great opportunities. And the opportunities we got, we scored. And then they got a couple of those. They got that squeaker hit on the first one. And then certainly got a chance, and Nathan's a nice player for them. I knew he'd get a rush at some point, get a chance to score. And, again, once momentum changes, it's a little bit tough. And for us to get that power play late was big, and to get a timeout trying to set it up. And so it paid out.
Yeah, it didn't take long. What, about 15 seconds into that power play?
Yeah, it was roughly that. And we debated about the timeout. There's 2:05 left on the clock and a 2-minute power play. And to me, that's a tough call. You can go for, hopefully you get a minute, and then take a timeout and keep your top unit out there. We just felt like we may not get that chance, and our units are a little mixed up with some of our guys out, so we figured we'd just try and give them a rest, get something set up, and just go with it.
Those are the kind of calls that make you look smart, right?
Yeah. Yep, when it goes the other way, you look the other way. So yeah, it panned out this time, and fortunately we got a win.
Yeah, I don't know, I kind of told the guys we got to step it up a little bit and kind of lead the team a little bit, and I don't know.
Important game too. I mean, section seating wise, at the very least, you guys are right together there. So
yeah, it was a big section game or whatever. So we always have trouble with these guys, are big rivals. So we just came to work.
Anything special coming into this game? I mean, they were on a hot streak. I don't think they'd been beaten since the beginning of December.
Yeah, I didn't really even know about that. I just came in and out. Fergus Falls are always a tough challenge, so I just came in ready to play.
Run me through both your guys. You had that top shelf one with about a second left in the second period. That was a pretty big one right there.
Yeah, I saw we puck got cleared over there. I think I saw 13 seconds left, and I was like, okay, I got one more last rush to take care of stuff. And, I don't know, I made one move around the defenseman, and came and I saw a little right side.
It was a pretty one. Everybody likes to see those knock the water bottle off there.
Yeah, it was nice.
And then once they tied it up, was there something you guys were saying to each other? Hey, don't let this thing slip away.
It was just stay focused and stick to the game plan. And once they got that penalty, whatever, we knew our power play is pretty good. So we just got to take care of the power play and we did.
Coach called the timeout there, kind of set you guys up. Did he?
Yeah,
was there anything specific?
It was more just resting up. I just got done with shift out there. We just rested up and just settle down or whatever. We're out there. And
all right.
And I think it's one of those things where we knew we're going to have some good years coming here. It's a nice team we have. A lot of guys are still growing and developing. Again, we have about 4 seniors that play pretty regular. And because of that, we know a lot of these other guys are just going to continue to gain experience. And our hope is that we're going to get better later in the year. We weren't so worried about the start. We want to just climb our way up all year long and do better when it's most important.
And last question, too. It's got to be nice having Ben Allen in the net. I mean, I feel like we've been talking about him for a decade almost.
3 years.
Yeah, 3 years.
Yeah. It is. It's always one of those things that it's very rare that even that first goal that went in, that's a rare one that he lets in. It doesn't happen very often. They got to work hard to get one by him. And you go into a game, you feel like you could be a little flat when you got him between the pipes. It certainly makes you feel a lot better. You always got a chance. You got to score 2 or 3 goals, and you got a good chance to win the game every night. And certainly, you feel very hard. Makes you feel good having him back there.